Real-time host Bill Maher took no pleasure to acknowledge that this week's FBI raid at Mar-a-Lago could ultimately benefit former President Donald Trump, who has repeatedly hinted at another bid for the White House. After poking fun at the items that were found in Trump's safe, Maher questioned during a panel discussion whether the FBI raid will equate to Al Capone's vault, given how broad the classification of classified and top-secret information is. Is it going to justify this raid, or is this going to be a political nightmare? Fox Nation host Piers Morgan cautioned about the tendency from Trump's biggest critics of playing into his hands with their overreaction to things, telling Maher, "Take a swing this big, you gotta land a big punch in terms of evidence." Bill Maher reacts to SALMAN RUSHDIE attack. "Don't come at me with Islamophobic to shut off Islam debate." Maher mocked Trump defenders who suggest the FBI planted evidence at Mar-a-Lago, telling the panel, "I don't even think he knew what was in those boxes or cared. I just think he was like, they're mine." Maher impersonated the former president. Bill Maher suggests DeSantis could beat Trump in 2024 primary. HES got more than a shot in the end. It comes down to what is in these boxes. If it turns out to be the real deal, if it turns out that Donald Trump has violated the Espionage Act, that is a serious crime and he should be held to account, Morgan said. If it doesn't turn out to be there, that there are legitimate questions, I think, from the Trump supporters about the different standards applied to Donald Trump that hasn't been applied to Hillary Clinton, to James Comey, to Hunter Biden and the others. The rally is being held to support Harriet Hageman, Rep. Liz Cheney's primary challenger in Wyoming. The real-time host went to bat for FBI Director Christopher Wray, who he called a solid guy, as well as Attorney General Merrick Garland, who he similarly called a serious guy. "I just don't think those two people would have signed off on this if there wasn't a reason to do it. I don't think they wanted to do it," Maher said. Bill Maher, "Republicans would secretly love it if Trump were in jail over Jan 6th. He insisted that Trump did sell his soul to the devil since he is the luckiest man in the world. His fortune was finally falling. The big lie was finally losing momentum. DeSantis was beating him in the polls. You know who hates this more than anybody? DeSantis," Maher exclaimed. "I had this in the bag, and now I gotta run against President Martyr," Maher continued, impersonating DeSantis. "And this is saving Trump politically because now, of course, all the Republicans, what do? Morgan argued that the FBI raid will also benefit President Biden, who he suspected would rather face off against Trump in a rematch than any other GOP candidate in 2024. Is that what you're saying? Because they will run with that one. If you're Joe Biden, who would you rather face? Donald Trump, who has all the baggage, who has the Jan 6th investigation ranging a number of legal actions, all this stuff now, or would you rather face a much younger, more dynamic DeSantis who hasn't had the baggage?" So in a way, you could see that although it looks in the short term like this might play out advantageously for Trump politically, if he doesn't get nailed by what's going on here, actually it could work in Joe Biden's favor in 2024.